Hey guys, Paiopa here, bringing you another narrated Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be a mixed tier battle with my good old friend Paiopa. If you can't tell, I'm actually using a different microphone at this for this battle. It's actually going to be a headset as opposed to a mic. Still kind of getting used to the feel of narrating with a headset as opposed to the mic, but you know, whatever. So I switched into my air freshener because I could threaten it off with the ice beam, and it has the heal bell if you went for the status. So the Will-O-Wisp miss wasn't really the end-all be-all of the match. Gonna go for the Toxic, predicting the switch. Luckily for me, he goes to Armaldo. Pretty good thing to have poisoned. And I'm just gonna switch out to my physical wall. At the time, I was thinking I should have gone to Gligger so I could reset up Stealth Rocks. But, unbeknownst to me at this point, he actually does carry Aqua Tail, so turned out to be a good move for me. I'm just going to go for the Toxic, obviously predicting the switch as he was already poisoned, and that is good for me. So I'm going to switch out here, go into my Copycat of Fox, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, seeing as how he went for it last time, and overall it's a pretty safe switch. Going to go for the Overheat, since, you know, my fire attacks are of course raised, and it's a very powerful stab move. But because Drifloon has such high base HP and Paiopa does run a special defense investment on this guy, he is able to survive and get the rest off. And because Paiopa is awesome and original, it is a Resto Chesto set, which of course will activate the ability Unburden, making him faster than me, which I realize. Therefore I'm going to go for the Pain Split, predicting the attack move, knowing that Drifloon has very high HP. But Paiopa doesn't run a max HP investment, so it doesn't do quite as much as I thought it would. I make a really bad play and go for the Power Swap here. I was just being retarded. Power Swap only swaps attack and special attack drops and increases, which none of us had at that time, so that was like straight retarded. I went to Air Freshener, thinking I could poison this thing, but it set up a sub. So I'm going to have to switch out as I have nothing to deal with that, because Ice Beam wouldn't do shit. So I'm thinking, even though it's resisted a max attack stab, Iron Head would be able to at least break a sub, and then I could U-turn out. Unfortunately for me, it does not, so I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn out now, which is great for me because what he baton passes into is a, you know, guy weak to U-turn. So not at all shabby for me, and I'm going to go into Gyzaris because it has priority, meaning that even if it's sashed, I can 2-hit KO before it can get 2 hits off on me, which is really great. And yeah, he is sashed, so it's really good for him that he brought a spinner with him, and all that good stuff. The reason I didn't go for Pursuit was in case it was sashed, he'd be able to get 2 hits on me, and I thought that at +1, 2 hits might be able to kill, but it didn't appear that way. So I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch, making just the safe play. He does make a good play and switches out, but I get a crit, which kind of mattered to be honest, but I guess that is the game. So yeah, gonna go into my Go-Go Gadget because I can just U-turn back out to get to go back into my Scissor to try to U-turn out again. To be honest, I should have Wish passed into my Scissor at this point, and because it definitely would have given him a lot more longevity and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go for the U-turn here, and thankfully it does kill. I don't know if he even has the Wish on that Vaporeon, but if he did, that could have kind of sucked. Although I could have gotten to something faster and probably killed it off anyway. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head here, thinking I'd be faster, but it appears he's faster unless Transform has like priority or something, and I just don't know about it. So I'm going to U-turn out. To be honest, I should have set up the Wish there, and Wish passed into my Gyzaris. So that was another, you know, misplay on my part. To be honest, I make quite a few misplays in this game, although Paiopa makes a couple as well, if I recall. So he's going to U-turn out there, go into his Hitmontop, because he knows I'm banded, and, you know, Hitmontop does resist, although unfortunately for him, he's a Technician Hitmontop, as opposed to a Intimidate one. So he's going to take still a hefty chunk from that. And I'm going to reset up my rocks, just because if that Alakazam comes back in, I want it to die. And all that good stuff. And with his guy with his Armaldo poisoned, he won't have as many opportunities to spin. I make a bad play, go for EQ, once again thinking I would outspeed, but that makes no sense because I'm slower than my Jirachi, so I don't know what I was thinking there. That was just a horrible misplay. So I'm going to switch out into my air freshener, which I should have done before I Toxic'd. For some reason I didn't think he would set up the Stealth Rocks. I don't know why, since he knows I have an Articuno, so that was a great play on his part. And I'm going to predict a switch there, actually, and just go for the Ice Beam, although Ice Beam would have been amazing if he had stayed in. I think he was maybe predicting my Roost predicting his switch. And he's going to predict my switch now and go for the Pursuit, because I know he has Stone Edge, but I opt to just go for the Ice Beam in case he makes a risky play like that. And he's going to bring in the Alakazam now, because he forgot that Stealth Rocks was set up a second time after he spammed them late the first time. So that was, his kind of big misplay of the match. And then, he made that Pursuit, which was a little bit of a poor prediction, but very reasonable at least. I go for the Roost, thinking that if I take away my Flying type, which would reduce Rock to only being a ×2 weakness as opposed to ×4, considering how great Articuno's defenses are and this max HP, I thought I would be able to survive a hit, especially since Armaldo. I was thinking his Armaldo was the defensive one because it carries Rapid Spin, but it does manage to kill. Although part of that could definitely be because he got a 5 on Rock, or on what's it called, which is better power than Stone Edge. When you get 5 Rock Blast, that's what it is. And yeah, I went to Articuno, or no, I was already on Articuno. If I had gone for the Ice Beam, then probably that first EQ would have killed, and it would have saved my fucking bananas, some health. But whatever. I'm just going to stay in for Death Fodder here, go for the Toxic, just to kind of limit his options, make him have to go for the rest sooner if he, plans to do anything. And just get that little extra damage in, since I obviously can't Earthquake him. And I'm just going to go into my Copycat Fox, and judging by how much damage Overheat did the first time, I'm thinking an Overheat now will be able to kill it, even without the Flash Fire boost. So he's going to go into Ditto. I'm thinking, okay, maybe you can run a Scarf Ditto, and then because you don't have Transform anymore, you get the other moves or something. I don't know. I'm thinking he'll outspeed. So I'm going to have to Death Fodder my Scissor to go into my Jirachi, because I don't want him to get my Fire, type poke, since all my my other 2 pokes are weak to Fire, and with the Flash Fire boost, I don't know if he gets the ability, but I wouldn't be able to hurt him with Ninetales. So yeah, I make him copy that so that I can kill him with Ninetales. So good game, Paiopa.